I'm Kiersten Campbell. I'm here joined by Adam Gaudette. So Adam, you're in the middle of a hot junior season for the Huskies, one of the top scorers in the nation right now. What do you like about what the team has been able to accomplish thus far in the season?
I mean, I like how we kind of figured out earlier that we need to be a complete team, and I think it puts us in a great spot leading up to the Bean Pop.
Now you're getting into the really important part of the season, heading into playoff time, and it's also Bean Pot now, and you're a local guy from Braintree, so what was it like having grown up around here? What did the Bean Pot mean to you?
Yeah, obviously it's something special. I mean, I've been going to Bean Pot games with my dad ever since I could remember.
The Head of the Charles Regatta is currently the largest two-day regatta in the world, and it's held right here on the Charles River, which is home to Northeastern men's and women's rowing teams. While the inaugural Head of the Charles had just 237 rowers competing, the races now have over 11,000 competitors and tens of thousands of spectators. Today, I had the chance to catch up with some of the Northeastern rowing community. Here with Captain Nolan Stevens just after the NCAA tournament selection show. Nolan, this is the second time in your time at Northeastern that you've been able to be a part of this selection show. What are some of the emotions that kind of go along with entering the national tournament?
No, it's really exciting. I think you work all year and all season to get to this point, and we're happy that it's here. And I think the tournament's kind of another level of intensity, and it's every team's good, so we just got to be prepared and make sure we're physically and mentally ready.
What are you looking forward to about playing a team like Michigan and also being close to home in Worcester?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you could tell from the room we're really excited to be playing close to home, and hopefully a lot of our fans and alumni can make it out to the game. And playing a team like Michigan, they got a lot of history, and it's a great program. So
Now the team is seeded against Michigan in the first round. Both teams had overtime losses in their last game, so they'll both be hungry heading into the tournament. What are you expecting to see from this matchup?
They're a well-coached team, and Coach Mel Pearson is the first year at Michigan. He'd been at Michigan as an assistant prior to that. And
be sure to follow the Huskies this week as they head into the tournament to face Michigan on Saturday, March 24th. From historic Matthews Arena to Fenway Park, the Northeastern men's hockey team gets a change of scenery by participating in Frozen Fenway for the third time in program history. Fenway Park was transformed to set the stage for some college hockey, giving spectators a new perspective on the game and bringing it back outside. Students and fans will face the cold to see the Huskies face off against the University of New Hampshire and experience this special event.
1-0 Huskies getting ready for the second period, and we've got a special guest downstairs with Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with Timu Solani. Your son, Etu, started as a freshman this year, but you played 21 seasons in the NHL. You're a Hall of Famer now, so you've been in a lot of hockey arenas. Tell me what your first impressions are of Matthews and the atmosphere that the student section brings.
Oh, I love this arena, and obviously the atmosphere here is unbelievable, and you don't see these old barns very often, so happy that we have here.
What was the college recruitment process like for Etu, and did you have any influence on him deciding to eventually come to Northeastern?
Well, obviously we all know how important the education is, and I think this road is perfect. You get the both things, you can play hockey and you get the education, so I'm so proud that he's here and he's liking it a lot.
I'm sure you've given him a lot of advice throughout his life, but were there any words of wisdom in particular that you gave him before he started playing college hockey?
You know what, just enjoy every moment. It's a great opportunity for him, and work hard and try your best all the time and be a good boy. That's all my advice is.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game and Parents Weekend. Back to you, Rob.
Boston University leads Northeastern 2-1. Let's send it down to Kiersten Campbell with a familiar face for college hockey fans.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I'm here with John Buchagras. It's his first time here at Matthews Arena. What are your thoughts? It's historic Matthews Arena. The doghouse is rocking tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love these old kind of rinks. My favorite kind of places, old theaters to see a concert or an old hockey rink to see a game. It's my favorite kind of place.
You're obviously here for the rivalry between Boston University and Northeastern. What do you think about the energy that's in Matthews tonight?
Oh, it's great. Both teams are playing well. Obviously a tight game. Should be a great third period. It's definitely, the players are feeding off the crowd for sure.
This is your area of expertise. Do you have any kind of very early predictions for a national championship for college hockey?
Well, there's 4 or 5 really good teams. BU certainly has a great chance to be at the Frozen Four, which is in Chicago this year. Your North Dakota, who's winning tonight, is very, very good as well. Minnesota Duluth, who beat North Dakota, could be a Frozen Four team, and then maybe that fourth team could be a number of teams. So there's a good chance we could see them in the Final Four.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Coach Smith, how do you think the team is approaching tonight's game differently as opposed to how they approached the game versus Rochester last weekend?
Yeah, we weren't happy with how we played, and not necessarily how we played, but you said our approach, our mindset. So we got back to basics this week. We had a great week of practice, got back to a lot of our habits, our identity, the stuff that we have on the wall in our locker room, and the guys really bought into that this week. So we had a great week. I think they're ready to go tonight.
Over the past 3 seasons, Northeastern and Quinnipiac are ranked first and second in power play goals, respectively. How do you think special teams are going to come into play in this series this weekend?
I think it'd be fair to say it's probably will decide each game. That's almost every game now. So it's a huge part of our game. We work on it an awful lot. I know Quinnipiac does as well. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big on both sides. We try to tell our guys every kill is important, every power play is important, every opportunity. So it'll probably decide the series.
What do you want to see from the team in the D zone, especially early on in the game?
Yeah, I'd like us to defend a little faster than we did last weekend. We're a little too hesitant. So we got to defend a little faster, be a little heavier at our net front. If we do that, get pucks out when we have to get pucks out, win those little battles, we should be okay.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
We'll be back after the break on Go and You Extreme with starting lineups and puck drop.
All right, I think we have another first. We have Kiersten with 2 guests on the way to the locker room.
Thanks, Rob. It's senior night for you guys tonight. You've been here for 4 years. Your line mates, your roommates, you've been through a lot together. What has it been like kind of watching each other develop as players over the past few years?
Oh, it's been awesome. Like you said, we've been together since freshman year, since the first day we stepped on campus. And, just to be able to have a good friendship off the ice. And obviously this year playing together and having good chemistry goes a long way. And it's been awesome.
And you guys have also experienced a Hockey East Championship and now a Bean Pot Championship. What have those moments been like for you guys to experience together?
It's pretty special. I think it's pretty unique for a class to be able to experience a couple of those together, and it just kind of brings you closer as friendships and as teammates. So it's been pretty special.
What do you want to get done tomorrow night at UNH as you close out the regular season here?
We want to do kind of the same thing we did tonight, just stick to the team game, and we have room for improvement, and we want to end the season on a high note, so that's a pretty important game for us.
Dylan, what are you looking forward to in the rest of the season?
Going into playoffs strong. Obviously we got a bye next week for the first time since I've been here, so that'll be a nice little break, and then after that got to hit the ground running again and go into playoffs and hopefully get another championship under our belt.
Thanks, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Thanks, Rob. Adam, you had a great offensive showing last night with a hat trick. What did you like about how you guys played offensively last night that you wanted to carry into tonight?
I think just the whole game we played last night was a full 60 minutes. We did everything we worked on in practice this week. We played hard, played like men. It was just all-around team effort, and we just need to carry that into tonight.
It's been a gritty first period. What do you think UMass Lowell's mindset was coming into this to play aggressively?
I think they just wanted to come out hard against us. They came out hard last night, and then we beat them last night, obviously, and they wanted to come out harder tonight against us and just give it to us. I mean, they're a big, strong team, and we just need to up that level.
They had a couple of really strong penalty kills earlier in the period. What do you need to do to cut through that in the next 2?
We just need to keep playing our game. I mean, we're getting the calls our way because we're working hard and we're skating through checks and stuff. So the opportunity's going to come. We need to bury one on the side of this period on this power play and get the scoring going here.
Thanks, Adam. Good luck.
A lot of happy Husky fans and players tonight. One of them is Lincoln Griffin. He'll talk with Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. Lincoln, a power play goal and an unassisted goal this period. What worked well for you guys on offense against BU this weekend and last weekend?
I think just getting pucks in net, getting pucks in and getting them back, I think that worked well for us.
It was a packed Matthews tonight. You have the A on your shirt. How does it feel to play in this atmosphere and get some recognition for the impact you have on the team on and off the ice?
The fans were incredible. It definitely motivated us to get this win, and we're thankful for that.
Tomorrow you guys face off against UMass Lowell for the 3rd time this season. What do you need to do to get the sweep against that series?
Like I said, I think getting pucks in, getting them back, and no high turnovers. I think that'll be key.
Thanks, Lincoln. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Back to you, Rob.
And it looks like the hat trick man, Zach Aston Reese, will join our Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. Zach, you obviously had a great game tonight personally, but what do you like about what the team did this weekend as a whole?
I just like how we responded. I mean, we have some key guys out of the lineup right now, so other guys are stepping in, and I think everyone's starting to find their role and their identity, and I'm really happy with all the guys.
What do you think the focus of this upcoming week is going to be heading to Maine next weekend?
It's going to be about the same. You want to go into playoffs. Maine's a really good team. They're a hard team to play against, especially going up to Maine. So I think just staying hot and going into playoffs rolling.
You've obviously had a really incredible season so far. Another hat trick tonight, Hobie Baker Award nominee. What's your outlook on the rest of the season and what you want to accomplish?
Team first. I mean, I just want to win another Hockey East championship, and no one's really happy with where we finished last year in the tournament. So I think everyone is wanting to get back there this year.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you.
All right.
Cassidy, 10th goal of the season tonight. You were able to take advantage of a breakdown on BU's side. What did you do there?
I just wanted to make sure that I got full control, and when I got full control of it, I tried to see what the defense was doing, because obviously it was a 2-on-1, and when she stayed central, I decided to take the shot.
We've seen a couple new line combinations here tonight. How has the communication been different between you and your new teammates?
I mean, we started off pretty well, and then we kind of got into a lull, so obviously the coaches are trying to make changes so that we can pick up the tempo and work harder, and I think that obviously the communication can always be better, but I think it's improving as we're going throughout the game.
Down 1 goal with 20 minutes left. What needs to happen in the third to come out with a win tonight?
We got to get bodies in front, and we got to start getting shots through and crashing the net. They're not going to be clean goals, so we got to get in front and get dirty.
Thanks, Cassie. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Kiersten,
Thanks, guys. Shelby, a goal midway through the period. Take me through what you guys did there.
It was just a really good shift. We were all pressuring them quite a bit, using a lot of movement, and then McKenna was able to just turn the corner and shoot, and I was just right in front, so I was able to get the tip.
How important is it in this game to play with a heavy puck possession and try and slow BC down as much as you can?
Yeah, and that's really the name of the game when you're playing BC. They have a lot of skill and speed, obviously, so you just want to keep the puck on your stick and wear them out.
What's going to be the key in the next period to get a couple more goals?
We just got to keep shooting and keep up with the screens, and they'll come.
Thanks, Shelby. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kiersten.
The team has struggled in the past few seasons to have a good start in Hockey East, and being 3-0-0 has given them a lot of confidence, especially last weekend to beat BU. They struggled last year in the playoffs to get more than 2 goals against BU in the playoffs, so I think getting that third goal and fourth goal last weekend gave them a lot of confidence, and I know the locker room had a lot of good feelings in it this week, and they're energized and they were ready for tonight, and they talked a lot about how BU was going to be very hungry and come out hard, and they wanted to focus on not having to come out on their heels. So I think they definitely were successful in that.
We are inside Matthews Arena in Boston, and down at ice level is Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. I think the Huskies came into tonight knowing that UNH was going to be playing with a lot of desperation, and they wanted to come in and be really detail-oriented. It's something the coaching staff talked a lot with them about this week, and I know they focused a lot on the neutral zone in practice this week on both sides, offensively and defensively, to be able to transition well and not have gaps when they're going on defense. So I think that they wanted to just use that to establish puck possession early on tonight. The Huskies are very strong when they have the lead, so I think the coaches are telling them, play the right way and they'll get there.
Let's send it down to Kiersten.
Thanks, Rob. Earlier this week when I talked to Coach Smith, he talked a lot about how they let the team know that these games would probably be very close, especially heading into the third period, that it could be tied or up or down a goal. So I think they were ready for this situation, although it's not a good thing for them, but they know that resilience will bring them success, especially against UMass Lowell. We've seen historically last year Dylan Sakura's natural hat trick in the third period when they were down 2 goals led them to a win. So I think that they know that they need to keep playing a detailed game and cut past UMass Lowell's defense, and they know how to do so. So I think it's something they're going to be trying to keep in the back of their minds.
Kiersten, I don't know if you can hear me, but Do the Huskies have a player on the last two lines that can help out offensively?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the last part?
The last two lines, or one of those 6 forwards able to help the Huskies offensively?
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of good depth on the team. A lot of people getting some good scoring chances that we might not have necessarily seen a lot of points from in the past. So I think it's going to be definitely important for all of the forwards to be trying to make an impact and not just be out there to kind of fill space for the other guys.
Thanks, Kiersten.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, let's check in again with Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. We've definitely seen BU put on a bit more pressure in this period as well, but I think the Huskies have definitely stood up to the challenge. Caden Primo's been very strong, but we heard Ryan Shea's confidence in the team in his last interview. Talked about how they're very strong in the neutral zone and that he, has confidence that they'll be able to keep playing the way they want to throughout this period. I talked to Coach Smith, and he said that this week they put a lot of focus on wanting to defend faster and block shots, and they've always put in work to their special teams. So I think we've seen a little bit of production from them, and so I think they've just stuck to their game plan, and it's been successful for them so far. I think we saw the Huskies struggle a bit on the power play. They had the 3-on-5 and then a normal power play. That's something I talked to Coach Smith about, was that other teams can watch just as much video of Northeastern's as they can of theirs, and people start to learn what you do on the power play. So it's very important for them to be able to make changes and make adjustments during the game, and I know that's something that Coach Keith has experience in, and that's something that he specializes in during the game. So I think if they have more of those opportunities, that's going to come up big for them.
Yeah, the Huskies are 0 for 4 on the power play tonight, including some 5-on-3 chances.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising, especially after last night. We saw 2 power play goals from the Huskies, and I know they like to come up from the side, so I think that's something the Riverhawks have definitely been looking out for so far.
Kiersten, thanks very much.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, let's send it down for the first time tonight to Kiersten Campbell.
Thanks, Rob. Before the game, I talked to Coach Smith about how special teams are going to come into play this weekend, and we've already seen it make an impact with Quinnipiac getting a power play goal here. It's something that Northeastern puts a lot of focus on during the week as special teams, but another thing I spoke with Coach Smith about this week was that Quinnipiac is able to block shots really well. They block shots like crazy. Northeastern's only been able to have 2 shots on goal so far, so I think a big thing for them is going to be trying to get out of those lanes that Quinnipiac is blocking and try and make some plays. So I think that's going to be the key for them to have success this weekend, is to be able to overcome their really tight defense.